Bernie Sanders continues to anger establishment Democrats. He hasn't dropped out. He has not dropped out.
But, I mean, why would you drop out if you know the votes in California haven't been reconciled
Mike,
yet?
it's over, though. That's what they're saying. It's over, man. The AP, everybody already called the race before California was even counted, man. It's over. It's done, man.
And that kind of supports a lot of people's theory that they kind of were out to make California not matter.
Right.
And they were going to do whatever they could so that it wouldn't.
Right. I saw a statistic where California had the most registered voters, I believe in history.
Mm-hmm.
But the vote count was, I think, like 28% lower than, I believe, in 2008.
That's a coincidence. That's a coincidence, Will, and we both know it.
Why would it be lower?
I don't know, but it's a coincidence. I have no answers for you, and neither do Hillary Clinton supporters or Hillary Clinton surrogates. It's just a coincidence.
California was a mess. I mean, it was a nightmare. There were reports of machines not even being up at any point.
And then when they were, people were wondering, hey, they were talking to the people who were at the polling places, like, are you calling anybody to come check on them? They were like,
yeah, not even answering questions. Like, well, they were worthless. They were handing out provisional ballots. We've talked to a number of people where, I've talked to somebody that was actually a poll worker in San Diego, and they were instructed to hand out provisional ballots, no matter what. They weren't instructed to, give them a choice. I think there were 4 different ballots for MPP voters for the non-party preference, and they were instructed just to give them the provisional ballot unless they specified, give me this type of ballot.
Because the voter is supposed to know what ballot out of 4 or 5 they're supposed to be using. But we won't give them a choice right offhand.
Right.
We'll just hand them a particular one.
Yeah. Instead of handing them the right one. Just hand them a provisional and be done with it.
But since they didn't request the right one, it's their fault. Yeah. Even though you're essentially telling them which ballot to use.
Right. The vote still hasn't been counted in California. It's crazy.
But Hillary Clinton got on Rachel Maddow talking about the will of the people.
The will of the people.
That's a shocking slap in the face.
So this is what we've said all the way along too. If Hillary Clinton was this candidate that believed in democracy, right? Then where has she been at along the way in all of these states? Arizona, Illinois, New York, California. I mean, I haven't even named them all. Where has she been with any kind of talk about how people have been disenfranchised, how polling stations were open late, lines were long, people didn't get to vote? Where has she been? Has she said anything at all? Because no matter if she thinks she went, that she has won or not, and she has captured the nomination, if you are truly interested in democracy, wouldn't you be severely disgusted by the practices in these states and how voters were silenced?
You're really expecting that from Hillary Clinton, somebody who speaks out about money and politics, but she is the biggest corporate whore there is. You see what I'm saying? She's going to deal with it once she gets to that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. It's disappointing. I mean, I don't even know if it's disappointing. I expect it. Mm-hmm. But it's disappointing that people are believing in her when she's not giving them any reason to believe in her. She talks out of both sides of her mouth. It's crazy.
She's a progressive lip syncer, dog.
Yes. So of course, along this whole way, people have been on Bernie Sanders to unify the party and drop out Bernie and all of this, right? And it's just ticked upwards now that primary season is ending, right? Bernie Sanders has not dropped out, but now when Elizabeth Warren, now she's come out in support of Hillary Clinton and it's talked about. Well, it's been suggested that she might become the VP.
The VP.
Or if it's not her, maybe a progressive. Bakari Sellers on CNN. I believe it was last week.
Don't do it. Don't say it.
Bakari Sellers on CNN. This guy said that Hillary Clinton should pick a VP that has a progressive streak. His words, not mine, a progressive streak, so as they could speak to Bernie Sanders supporters.
Does he realize what he's suggesting?
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
This is a smart dude.
Yeah.
Does he realize what he is suggesting about
we immediately
Hillary
got
Clinton?
it. When we heard that, we were like, what?
Why would she need someone with a progressive streak beside her if she is progressive?
Why? Why, Bakari? Why would she? She's the progressive that gets things done, right? So why in the world would a Bernie Sanders supporter be like, well, I need to talk to somebody else that's a progressive?
Well, and also it's kind of saying that Hillary Clinton hasn't even earned the votes of people who support Bernie Sanders. But I think we talked about this earlier, is what they really want is they want a progressive mascot. They want somebody to like dance and do flips. And they, you know what I'm saying? They want they want a progressive mascot to be like, go team, hold up signs. And that's what they want.
That Hillary Clinton sign. And kind of like coax these Bernie Sanders supporters into supporting Hillary Clinton. What?
And they
it's like tricking them.
Yeah, Bernie is the mascot and his supporters are like the band.
Yes. Like, again, why would she need a progressive when she's supposed to be that progressive? Because she's been saying, look, you know, there's so many common issues that, you know, me and Bernie Sanders see eye to eye on, and that my supporters and Bernie Sanders supporters would agree with.
She keeps saying that. She keeps saying that, but she never gives details as to, you know, what those issues are.
It's crazy. But I can look. Bakari Sellers, he maybe accidentally, but he said it himself, Hillary Clinton is not a progressive. And the notion that Bernie Sanders or his supporters would back Hillary Clinton. This is a woman that she herself and her supporters and her surrogates have called into question Bernie Sanders as a Democrat.
So now they want Bernie Sanders to jump on the train.
Yes. Now. Before they were like, you're not a Democrat. You're not a Democrat.
So lay down.
Yes.
Lay down.
Yeah.
But get back up now.
Yeah, get back up. And ride this Democrat establishment train. Why?
Again, because essentially it would be, hey, we need your face.
Yes.
That's essentially, we need your face.
They want Bernie Sanders as the mascot, again, doing that little dance for his supporters.
They are essentially telling us that who the strongest candidate is.
Yep. Because you know what, Bernie Sanders, I don't think he would need Hillary Clinton riding behind him or doing anything really.
Nothing.
No, because what? Because that would be contrary to his whole message. Why would you need Hillary Clinton?
That would be like an engine going in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
Hillary Clinton, she needs Bernie Sanders. Sherrod Brown, the senator out of Ohio, this guy.
You love him.
Oh, this guy. He's such a phony. He said, I have total confidence that Bernie's going to be on board, doing the right thing, saying the right thing, putting all of himself into this campaign. So obviously doing the right thing
means supporting Hillary Clinton and the establishment.
Yes. And doing everything that he possibly can do to see that Hillary Clinton becomes the president.
Again, it still doesn't make sense because, like you said, they pretty much took away Bernie Sanders' Democrat card.
They did. They ripped it from him, and now they want to give him back, but they want to give it back to him
with
some
like
provisions.
Yeah.
Say, look, yo, you only get this back if you support Hillary Clinton. Because if you don't support Hillary Clinton, you're not a Democrat.
They're just going about this all in the wrong way.
Yes,
like if this is the way you try to encourage or influence Bernie Sanders and his supporters, you're looking just mad condescending.
Yeah. And let's talk about Elizabeth Warren for just a moment, okay? Just for a moment. We hadn't gotten to her.
You got to her.
Yeah. We put out that video.
You got to her.
This woman is a total disappointment, and I honestly can no longer support her. I honestly, because now I see that there's a price to her progressivism. You know what I mean?
Yes,
because if she believes in progressive values, if she really did, how could you support a woman that you have criticized because of her lack of progressive values? She has hit Hillary Clinton because of her lack of progressive values, and now she is supporting that same woman and like very encouragingly too, saying that she's a fighter, she's tough. And she doesn't just stay down. She gets back up,
All of which are just platitudes. I think the fact that she has to speak so vaguely about Hillary Clinton tells me that she knows she this is a kind of a counterintuitive endorsement. But is it really counterintuitive? Because like some of these, what I would call characters now, because I guess their rhetorical positions strike me as progressive, and that's what plays out in the media.
Yes,
but in light of this endorsement in particular, from Warren, it just seems that she just played one on TV.
Yeah.
And character on TV. She played a progressive on TV.
And see, you know what? This would have appeared a lot different had months ago she endorsed Bernie Sanders. And let's say at some point at the end of this, right, Hillary Clinton is the Democratic nominee.
And then
she's like, well, look, I'm a Democrat, so I'm going to do for Democrats. Now, I assure you, there still would have been Bernie Sanders supporters like, why would you do that? But still, we would still take it as, well, I mean,
she's just putting,
that's what they do, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have been the same feeling. It wouldn't have been the same feeling, but she declined to support Bernie Sanders, a man who, how much daylight is between them? Not a lot.
Yeah, there's not a lot at all.
No. So it would only make sense that she supported him, but she stayed on the sidelines.
She stayed on the sidelines until Hillary Clinton became the assumed, or presumed,
the
presumed nominee.
Yes. So all of this looks phony. This is one of the main senators, the main people in all of Congress, the Senate. I mean, really, who else is talking about money in politics? Bernie Sanders? I mean, in the current Senate right now, in the current U.S. House of Representatives, who is talking about Citizens United? She is one of the main people that have talked about it, and we have commended her for taking a really tough stance on this and talking about it.
So what is Warren's end game? Is she really expecting Hillary Clinton and this establishment to kind of reevaluate the direction of this democracy? But is she expecting that? That'll be my question to Elizabeth Warren.
I don't see how she could, because like we have said many times before, if Hillary Clinton is the nominee, and then if Hillary Clinton is the president, wouldn't she just be emboldened to do what she does? Why would she have to change anything?
She wouldn't have to change.
No, she wouldn't at all, because this is the process. Albeit if you want to call it a rocky process for her, but still, if it ultimately ends with her becoming the president, then it worked. Everything worked.
She would have no reason to change.
No. That's why Elizabeth Warren's endorsement is disappointing. It looks so fraudulent on its face. But who knows if this was fraudulent at all? Who knows if this is actually who Elizabeth Warren is? She just has that progressive rhetoric.
You just said it. Like, she's still on the sidelines. But if she was, truly a progressive, why would she stand on the sidelines this whole time? Why would she, bring into question money and politics this whole time?
Right.
Why would she make those statements that she made about Hillary Clinton, when she was a senator, and how, Hillary Clinton's positions changed when the money started coming in. So I was like, if it was fraudulent.
Right. Why did she attack her back then? And now she's gung-ho about supporting her.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think there's a price to her values. That's just disappointing. Look, a true progressive knows that you can't stand on the sidelines because the other forces make sure they get what they want. So to be a true progressive, you have to make it known and fight for what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You have to be loud about it.
Most importantly, you have to be able to point the finger at those who proclaim progressivism and are not.
Right.
You gotta.
You can't stand on the sidelines and expect things to get done.
Yeah. You gotta have to bring attention to those things that undermine progressive values. Oh, and those people that undermine progressive values.
So by aligning herself with somebody that is anti-progressive, I think that says a lot.
You are judged by the company you keep, right?